to be here, and I am so honored to be in an event like this. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Miss Joy Ufomadu, or Miss U. Ufomadu is too hard. And I am a teacher at Bryan High School. I've been teaching there for about 5 years, and I've been in education for about 7. So I love working with students, I love teaching students, and I love to learn from students. So this is the Girls with Pearls ceremony. And the title of my talk is Don't Take Off Your Pearls, and I'll be brief. So some characteristics of a real pearl. They are unique, they are valuable. People make fake versions often. So thinking about real pearls, I want you to think about the pearls in our life that we take off way too often. Our differences, our confidence, our self-esteem, our identity. All of these things are unique to you, and it is so important that no matter what people say, you don't take your pearls off. I didn't catch the beauty of keeping my pearls on until I was an adult, and I do not want you guys to wait that long. So a little bit more about my background. I was born in Montgomery, but I was raised in the historic Selma, Alabama. Anybody heard of Selma? Okay. My parents were born and raised in Nigeria. Anybody familiar with Nigeria? All right. So for those who don't know, Nigeria is a country in the large continent of Africa. And so because my parents are Nigerian, I always had a middle and a last name that was different from everybody. So I was always different. My parents had an accent, so they spoke differently from everybody. So when they come to the school, even though they were smart people, they were educated, I wouldn't want them to come. I wouldn't want them to speak. I want them to sit in PTO meetings and just be quiet. Because people would make fun of me because they were African. People would make fun of my name, my middle and last name. Miss Ballard introduced me, and she is my best friend and did not know my middle name until college. So that's how embarrassed I was, because people would make fun of me. And I was teased, I was bullied. And unfortunately, I started to believe the things that people were saying about me. Eventually, it started to wear on my confidence, and I stopped being that person that my parents and my aunties and uncles and sisters had helped me to become. And I started to retreat. I used to love to act, but I stopped acting. I used to love to sing, but I stopped singing. I used to love to write, but I stopped writing. All of the things that were unique to me, I stopped doing because of what people had to say about me. I used to even like listening to other music, but I stopped listening to other music because I wanted to do what other people were doing. And I thought I would be cool, but it still didn't work. Next thing I know, I had graduated from high school, and I was in college. I was depressed. I was scared of life. I didn't participate in any of the things that I wanted to participate in because of those things that people had said about me, and because I had started to believe those things. Next thing I know, I was working at the age of 20 as a teacher. I was 100 pounds heavier, and I was not living the type of lifestyle that I wanted to live. I was so unhealthy. After I got tired of being that person, I decided to make a change. I started little by little replacing my pearls. I started taking care of my body, learning about myself, learning my parents' language. Nothing was going to change the fact that I was Nigerian, so I started to embrace that. I even started to tap back into my gifts, and I wrote my book, Chinyere. I also lost 80 pounds, and I'm still going. I started embracing my differences, gaining confidence, gaining self-esteem, fixing my character, changing those negative words that people had said about me that I started to say to myself into positive words, and understanding my identity. So I want to take a moment to encourage you all to use your gifts regardless of what other people are doing. or regardless of what other people are saying. So even if you don't see anybody else with the same gifts that you have, still use those gifts. Whether that's writing, helping somebody else, music, singing a song, telling your story, or just doing all of those things that they said, whoever they are, that they said that you could not do. One of the first things that I did to start changing was I started practicing positive affirmations. So has anybody heard of positive affirmations? Anybody do those now? Okay, well if you do not, I want you to start them. And positive affirmations are positive statements that can help you challenge and change negative thoughts. So I even have a reminder on my phone to do them every day. That's how important they are. And at the end of my book, I purposefully put an affirmation at the back so that anybody who reads it can practice it as often as they read it. The affirmation in my book, Chinyere, takes place when the main character puts her pearls back on and she realizes who she is. And she says, "My name is Chinyere and I am beautiful." And I want all of us to do a similar affirmation this morning. And if you don't normally say them, again, I want you to get in the habit of doing that. Because a lot of times, whether we ask for it or not, people say things to us out loud. So we need to start saying things to ourselves out loud to come against those negative thoughts and those negative words. On the little sheet that I gave you, I have a space for you to fill in the blank with your name on that first affirmation. Now, I know some of us may not have pens or pencils, and that's okay. We can work on those later. And I want you to take some time later on to fill in the rest of those affirmations. So I gave some examples at the bottom that you can use. And these are things that you can say to yourself on a daily basis, if not multiple times per day. Things like, I am smart. I am beautiful. I am not affected by other people's opinions. I am a future, whatever it is you want to be. Rapper, singer, doctor, lawyer, nurse, health professional, whatever it is. So before I close, I want us to do the first affirmation out loud. And you're gonna fill in the blank with your name. So we're gonna do that one together, okay? All right, at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. My name is Joy, and I am beautiful. Thank you.